Now let us go through the Vyanjan Sandhi. When two consonants are joined, Vyanjan Sandhi happens. Now, once again, there are several rules of Vyanjan Sandhi also. So let us go through it. The first rule, when at the end of a word, that is padante. Pad means word and ante means at the end. So when at the end of a word comes ma, which is followed by any consonant, then ma becomes anuswar. But if ma is followed by any vowel, then after joining with vowel, ma becomes full ma, not the half, not halan. Now this rule is a little bit similar to our special feature number 4, use of ma. So let's have the example. Devam Vande. So as soon as after ma there comes va consonant. So Devam, it takes the form of anuswar. Ma is written like this and Devam Vande. Now Gramam Gachati. So once again after ma there comes consonant ga, so it is Gramam Gachati. Dhanam Ichchati. Now here the change becomes that after ma there comes vowel e, and because of that it takes the whole one, that dhanam ichchati. Likewise tvam aswam. So tvam, when a is added, it becomes the whole tvam ashwam. Now the second rule, that if ta comes at the end of a word, there are several conditions which happens. So if ta comes at the end of a word, then following conditions are applied. Into that, A, if after ta comes cha or cha, then ta will be cha. So if after ta there comes cha or cha, it becomes cha. For example, yavat chakram. Yavat ta, after that comes cha, so it becomes cha. And so yavat chakram. This is cha. Mahat chidram. Ta becomes cha, and it is as it is halan or half, no vowel is there, it takes half, mahat chidram. Now the next condition for ta, if after ta comes na, it should be j. Na, ja or gya. If this vowel comes, then ta becomes ja. So, tat jaya. So ta, after ta there comes ja, and because of that it is going to be tajjayaha. Once again I write it here, that tajjayaha. Okay. Likewise, ut plus jwalaha, and that becomes ujjwalaha. Okay. Now third one. If after the there comes na or ma, then the becomes na. For example, tat nishamya. Ta comes na, so it becomes tanishamya. Tat maya. Ta, after ta there comes ma, so becomes na, and so it becomes tat plus maya becomes tanmaya. Now the next rule, that is D. If after ta there comes la, then ta will be la. That means when la comes, then ta becomes la. For example, tat plus linaha, tallinaha. Bhagvat Leela becomes Bhagvat Lilla. Now, the rule for ta is over here. Now we have the next rule, rule number 3 for Vyanjan Sandhi, that when there comes any consonant except sh, sh, s, r and h. Except these, any consonant comes after ma, then ma becomes anuswar and the nasalized letter of particular consonant is used. Now what is nasalized letter? I hope you must remember it because it is our rule number 3, the special feature number 3. So let's see the example. For example, some chaya. So except these are there. So some, ma, and after chaya it becomes sanchaya. Kim karosi. Kim plus karosi, it becomes king karosi. I use the nasalized letter here. Now, here ends with our Vyanjan Sandhi. Now let's continue with our Visarga Sandhi, which is very important for 9th and 10th both, because 10th class as well as 9th class has this topic in the textbook there. Now Visarga Sandhi, what is Visarga Sandhi? Then, keeping in the mind the vowel or a consonant which comes at the end of a pad or word or visarg, whatever changes are made in sandhi is known as visarga sandhi. So first of all, what is visarg? Now, so whenever you might have seen these two dots at the end of a word is known as visarg. And generally it pronounced as ha. So Let's see the Visarg Sandhis. Now, there are few rules of Visarg Sandhi too. Let us see them. Rule number 1. When after Visarg comes cha or cha, then Visarg becomes sa. So Visarg becomes sha, that is halan. Now that is also written like these. Right. So mrugaha charati. So after Visarg, these two dots, colons, there comes cha as our rule shows, then it becomes mrugas charati. Next is gopalaha chaturaha. Likewise, after Visarg there comes cha, and so it becomes Gopals Chaturaha. Now rule number 2. When ta or tha comes after Visarg, they will be sha. So when after after Visarg ta or tha comes. For example, Danuhu, that is, this is Visarg, and there comes ta, tankaraha, becomes Danustankaraha. As sha is there, so halansa will be there. Likewise, shugnaha thakuraha, it becomes Sugyasthakuraha. You can see the halan sha here. Now rule number 3. When ta or tha comes after Visarg, it will be sha. Right. Now here it was ta and tha, and here it is ta and tha. So when ta or tha comes after Visarg, it will become sha. For example, Gangayaha tire. So it becomes sha, halan sa, and becomes Gangayas tire. Likewise, tataha tayaha, it becomes tatastayaha. So you can see that halan sa is used, not the whole one. And the last and final rule for Visarg Sandhi is, actually there are many other rules for Sandhi, but the important rules we have discussed here. If a comes before and after Visarg, a comes before and after Visarg, then instead of Visarg and a, o is used and avagraha is used for next a. Now what is this avagraha? You might have seen this sign in words, and that is known as avagraha. Let us see the example. Swaraha api. And so after Visarg, a comes, and because of that it becomes o, and the next vowel becomes this sign, that is avagraha, and because of that swaraha api swaropi. Likewise, ekaha aswaha eko ashwaha. Ekaha, after Visarg, a is there, and it takes o, and after this will become this avagra, and so eko ashwaha. So that's all for Today we'll meet in our next Sanskrit class. I'm going to give the snapshots of this paperwork and the exercise also. But I'm going to put the answer key of the exercise on Sunday, but before that, everyone has to complete the exercise in the notebook and send me the pic of the exercise. Thank you and goodbye.